What's up guys, my name is Devin and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. In today's video, we'll be checking out all the new stuff from Battle Sports. Let's do it. All right guys, so here is the box we're gonna be taking a look at today from Battle Sports. I always look forward to working with Battle every single year. They always come out with some really cool stuff. So let's unbox all their new stuff, see what we got. First thing we gotta do is get everything out on the desk. Obviously this box does not fit in the frame, so let's do that. All right guys, we've got everything out of the box. Of course, we have the football gloves up top. We have a whole bunch of different mouth guards over here, and then we have some back plates, and then we have a hoodie and like a little tracksuit thing. So I'm super pumped to open all this stuff up. Again, huge shout out to Battle for sending all this stuff over. Let's dig in. Also, we have 5 colorways of their Battle Astrofly cleats we're gonna take a look at in a bit. Obviously, it's not gonna fit on the desk with all this stuff, but we will take a look at some point in the video. But first things first, I think we gotta start with the mouth guards. When I think Battle Sports, the first thing I think about is their mouth guards. I rocked them back 9-10 years ago in high school, so I feel like that's a good place to start. All right guys, first one we have here is the Speed Pro thick strap mouth guard. You guys have seen it all over football. Thick strap football mouth guards are in. So this is Battle's rendition, the Speed Pro. First colorway we have here is all pink. Let's see if they have some details here on the back. Game changer, breathes, flows, protects, fit, performs. That's pretty much everything you want from a mouth guard. And then check this out, speed airflow, dual breathing slots for increased oxygen flow. So you guys should have no problem getting plenty of air in here. Let's open it up and see what we got. Also, this packaging, very, very cool. Here we go. Oh, dude, this thing is stupid clean. Here it is from the front. So those are some of the little oxygen channels. So you see these holes right here, you get some air in through there. Of course, there is the middle breathing hole, which is gonna be the most important. It's kind of hidden underneath that strap, but that's the air you're gonna get in through there. And then again, those 2 channels on the side. Take a look at this thick mouthguard strap. This thing looks very nice. Of course, I love this pink colorway as well. Some of it is kind of like a matte pink, and then on the mouthguard, you get kind of some shiny bits. So that's kind of cool. Of course, you have the black Battle there on the front. Let's check out the bite pad. As always, you have a nice soft little bit here to bite into. Battle's always been like the most comfortable mouth guard in my opinion. I just think that whatever material they use, it's so soft, it just feels so good. And it's fun to chew on a little bit if you want to do that. Also, check out the big Battle branding underneath. That's very clean as well. Overall, this thing's pretty sweet. I mean, Battle, like I said, they've been kind of the go-to for me when it comes to mouth guards, and I think they absolutely killed it with the Speed Pro. Now, we also did get 2 other colorways as well. Check this one out. So you've got the green thick strap, you have a yellow face, and then the pink inside / bite pad. This one's pretty cool. I just love how bright they all are and like how much this is gonna pop out on the field. Like imagine this just like hanging from your mouth guard, like with all these colors. That's gonna look pretty sick. Then last but not least, we gonna have like this pale pink / black colorway. This is really clean. I feel like this is gonna look really good during breast cancer awareness. So when it comes to wearing pink, like of course you wanna be loud and proud about it, but sometimes a nice muted pink is just a good look, and mixed with the black, I think this is like a super clean thing to rock if you wanna wear pink, but your uniforms have like a lot of black in them. It's like low key, but I think it's stupid clean. And yeah, dude, these Battle Speed Pro mouth guards are legit. Big fan. Let's get on to the next one. Now, next mouth guard we have is the Battle Speed Tab F7. Now, I've been seeing these pop up in 7-on-7 like crazy. I'm pretty sure that's kind of like their intended use, but of course you can use them on the football field as well. So it's kind of a lip guard, mouth guard. It looks like a binky, and then you have like this little tab to pull it out, put it back in nice and easy. Let's check it out. Let's see what else they got. So same thing as the Speed Pro, breathes, flows, protects, fits, and performs. Advanced ventilation system ensures optimal breathing airflow. We talked about that a little bit. Crafted from premium soft materials for a superior fit that adapts to you. I totally second that. I love how these feel. Lightweight molded TPU delivers top tier protection. And lastly, the innovative pull tab straps, easy access handling, keeps your mouth guard clean and secure. So that's kind of what I'm most pumped about, is this little pull tab that they have on here. I just think that's really cool. These are the 3 colorways that we have. So we have a green and black, a black and red, that's pretty killer. And then of course the classic pink and baby blue. That's just kind of one of Battle's like go-to colorways, I feel like. Very cool, let's open it up. So here's the mouth guard, and yeah, this thing is pretty sick. So the actual material, still super soft, nice to bite into, and then you have kind of a hard plastic outside. So that's gonna protect you in 7-on-7. Of course, you don't really wear like a face mask in 7-on-7, so you might get hit in the mouth. And this is gonna offer a little bit of protection. You guys can see it's like a stiffer plastic on the outside. And then last but not least, the pull tab. So this is really cool if you just wanna grab your mouth guard, pull it out real quick, or just like hold it even. Like I feel like you just loop this, you know, on your finger and run around if you don't want to put it in your mouth. Yeah, this is really cool. Battle, when it comes to 7-on-7, they're right there innovating with them and kind of making some really cool stuff. And I think this is one of those things. Of course, you have the Battle on the front. Of course, you have the big breathing hole, and you even get a little bit of Battle on this little pull tab on the top and bottom. And yeah, this is pretty sick. This is definitely one of my favorite things so far. It's been so fun to see football kind of adapt and change, and then the equipment go along with it. So with the birth and popularity of 7-on-7 over the last last, 5 or so years. Companies starting to innovate for 7-on-7. I think this is a perfect example of that.
Today's video is brought to you by Dryax. Now, if you're familiar with our channel, you've seen Dryax on a ton of guys across the NFL, including CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Ramsey, Justin Herbert, and Jamar Chase. But honestly, we could be here for a really long time if we went through every guy in the NFL that wears Dryax chin savers or their socks. And we actually have videos explaining how the technology works in the Dryax socks and the Dryax chin savers you can check out too. Essentially, Dryax is a company that specializes in moisture transfer and antimicrobial products. They sell the chin saver, which comes in the tube and the easy on and off version with that strip of Velcro. And they sell tons of different sock styles worn by different guys across the league. Here's how it works. The super hydrophobic Dryax fiber layer that rests against your chin is also infused with coupon copper. That copper releases millions of ions, which helps improve your skin's health and appearance. Worn regularly next to your skin, the coupon copper has been proven to improve your skin's elasticity, softness, appearance, tone, and texture. The most important part for me though is the hydrophobic fibers, which pulls all the moisture away from your skin, keeping you dry. This is why the socks are so popular in the league, keeping your feet dry and odor-free. Now, if you want to learn more about Dryax socks and their chin saver covers, visit all the links down below where we have links to both of our videos we put out and their website. Again, thanks to Dryax for sponsoring this video. Back to it.
So next thing we have is 4 different pairs of gloves. Look how crazy these colorways are, dude. Battle, when it comes to gloves, they make some really eye-popping stuff, and I'm pretty sure these 2 right here are gonna be the same model. So let's take a look. So these gloves are called the Battle Gauntlet. Let's take this pair out of the package because this just, honestly, this colorway just looks nuts. Let's see what they're all about. Dude, these things are so cool. They're textured here on the outside. Let's take a look at the back. Gauntlet football gloves. Sticks, grips, holds, fits. Super Stick Palm takes you to the legal stick limit for unbeatable grip and secure catches. Precision Fit material delivers the ultimate in fit, breathability, and performance for natural hand movements and enhanced comfort. Reinforced durability features reinforced stitching and wear points for increased durability and longevity, and advanced comfort engineered with ergonomic layering and ventilation to reduce hand fatigue and provide exceptional comfort. Let's just look at these things, man. They have like this purple and like bright pinkish red thing going on. I already said it once, but when it comes to like colorways and just cool designs, Battle is right there at the top. Let me pop it off here, try the gloves on for you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want a full review on any of this stuff. Right now, I don't think we are scheduled to do any full in-depth reviews on this stuff, but if that's something you guys want, please let us know down in the comments below. And while you're there, make sure you like the video. All right, guys, so I got them off the packaging. I got to try it on. Got to see how this thing fits and feels. Yo, what? Oh, it's got a textured palm. Yo, that's kind of sick. We've seen a couple companies kind of try this. Basically, the idea is that if you do a textured palm, there's like more friction because there's more like grip surface area, but also it just looks absolutely insane. It's like the same texture as a football almost. Maybe not. You guys kind of get what I'm saying. Also, these things fit incredible. I kind of want to review these. So if you guys want us to review these, let me know because they're super light on hand. You have like these nice like rubber pieces on the outside. They're not going to really offer any protection, but they look pretty damn cool. And then you got a big Battle strap there. Gauntlet Pro here on the thumb with this cool like rubberish material. It almost feels like a latex glove. You can kind of hear what I'm saying. Kind of like the gloves you see at the doctor's office almost. And then this mesh material with all these things, like that fits pretty good too. And the fingers are tight. Wow, they kind of killed it with these. I'm not even gonna lie. These are good feeling football gloves. I want to review these. So if you guys do want to review, let me know. So these gloves do have a pinky wrap. It is a little bit strange that the texture material doesn't wrap over to the pinky as well. You guys can kind of see it just like abruptly stops on the side. Not many people are catching the ball with like the back of their hand, but would have been nice for it to wrap around. But this isn't a full review on these, but they're really cool. So shout out to Battle. These are really cool. Colorway's sick. I love these little like knobs on them. They have like this sick texture. It just feels really cool. And then we have the white colorway as well. So if you guys want to keep it nice and simple, you can go with a nice white and black colorway. These gloves feel really good. So again, let me know down in the comments if you guys want a full review on these. I'd be more than happy to do that. Now these are the other gloves that they sent. So these are their brand new Battle Chameleon gloves. And again, just look how crazy the texture is on these. I think I got to open this colorway just because it's so brash and so bold. Let's take a look. Dude, these things are nuts. I can't even tell what's like going on. I don't know what the design is. You guys can see that like cool chameleon type overlay on the back of hand. Let's take a look at the palms. Okay, so the palms are pretty simple. It just has yellow and then the Battle and the Super Stick logo at the bottom. So the back of hand, super loud, super bright, and then the inside is just yellow, which is also loud and bright. But let's take a look at the back. Pretty sure this is the same information, but Super Stick Palm, precision fit material, reinforced durability, and advanced comfort. So let's get them out of here and try them on, see if they feel just as good as the gauntlet. First things first, like super duper lightweight. The strap is super thin and low key. And wow, dude, they are really embodying just like super thin, super lightweight gear right now, dude. This thing, it feels like you're wearing, like this is probably the most lightweight, low key feeling football glove I've ever tried on. This thing is just stupid light. The strap, like they cut out so much of it. It barely even feels like a strap. And this is how like tiny it is right here. But like it comes all the way up. It doesn't go around like a traditional glove. And like the distance from my palm to the end of the cuff is like so small. Usually with football gloves, it's like that, and they've cut that in half. So pretty sick. Also, these do have an index finger overlay. No pinky wrap on this one, but the index finger does wrap around. You have, of course, the Battle branding in bright pink on there. So when you're, you know, pointing to the stands or whatever, boom, Battle. I don't know how many people actually do that, but it made sense to me. Yeah, so these are very sick. That's gonna do it for the glove part of this video. I mean, also check out this other colorway. Kind of wish I unboxed this one. This one is absolutely nuts, and it says chameleon on the pinky, which is very cool. We didn't get that on the other pair, so that's kind of interesting. All right, next thing we have is back plates. So Battle, when it comes to back plates, always has some of the coolest back plates out. I actually had one of these back in high school as well. Battle Backbone, let's read about it. We've got your back compared to flat back plates. The unique design of Battle's curved plate disperses impact and is much more comfortable to wear. Blindside hits can be painful, but protection is important. I could not agree more. Let's take a look. Yeah, guys, this thing is sick. Of course, you have the big Battle branding there on the back, and then check it out. You get like a little reflector in there as well. That's sick. I don't know how often it's gonna actually reflect anything. Maybe stadium lights, that would be kind of gas. You're warming up in one of these, and then boom, the light hits the reflector just right, and it looks like you have your brake lights on, which is just kind of a cool idea. Let's take a look at the foam. You guys can kind of see just how thick this foam is, and then you guys can see the shape of it as well. It's kind of curved, so that's going to help disperse that impact, keep you nice and comfortable. Of course, it comes with plenty of hardware, so you guys can strap it up to your shoulder pads and then have this hanging down. Honestly, a very cool little accessory. I think back plates are just so important for skill guys. If you guys want to have that steez, I just think it's very important. Also, again, just look how thick that foam is. This red foam is super thick, but overall, looks very cool. The white is very clean, but we also have a black one as well if you guys want to keep it a little more low key. And this thing, same deal, reflector, big white Battle logo, and then same everything else. Very cool. Now I'm kind of out of room here, but we got to talk about the cleats. We did a full review on the Battle Astrofly football cleats a little bit earlier in the year, and these things are sick. If you guys haven't watched that video, you definitely want to go check it out, because these are probably some of the most underrated football cleats on the market right now. I mean, just look at how beautiful this cleat is. This is one of their limited edition pairs, the silver with the pink accents. You've got the chrome plate on there. These were a good football cleat. I'm not going to go too deep into them, but I will show you guys all 5 colorways that we have. But these things are very cool. This is the limited edition silver colorway. This one's kind of the reverse of that pair, also limited edition. This one is pink with silver details, and then this one you get like a crazy iridium bottom. Then of course you have the classic all whites. This is actually the pair I reviewed. You guys can tell there's still a bunch of dirt caked in there. They tested really well, so again, if you guys haven't watched that video, go check it out. All right, now we have the green pair. I said it earlier in the video, when it comes to like loud, bright football equipment, Battle is right there at the top, and this colorway is absolutely nuts. I don't even think the camera does this thing justice. These look absolutely unbelievable in person. Very cool. Good colorway. Last but certainly not least, we have the black pair. So I showed you guys the all white pair. Now it's time for the murdered out all black stealthy pair. Of course, you have this kind of milky traction plate at the bottom, and these things just look absolutely nuts. How much they shine. They just look incredible under the lights. Good looking football cleat. They also have some other colorways that we don't have, but go check out their website if you guys are interested in those cleats. They do have a ton of very cool colorways available. Now the last couple things we have here is some swag. Check this out. Shout out to the guys at Battle. I'm gonna be rocking this nice little white Battle hoodie. I'll probably be wearing this in the thumbnail. Oh yeah, check it out. You got the big Battle branding on the sleeve. You've got the B there on the chest. And then on the other sleeve, you also have the Battle branding. Nice, thick football hoodie. This thing is great whether you're just chilling on the sidelines, staying nice and cozy during those cold months, or you just want something to cruise around in. Nice little hoodie. Now lastly, we have what is listed as a track jacket in red and white. Now I'm not sure if I can pull off, you know, something this bright. Might give it a shot for the thumbnail, we'll see. But yeah, this is just a legit track jacket. Fully kitted out, dude. This thing's crazy. It's a little bit tricky to show it on camera, but you guys can kind of tell what's going on here. You have the big Battle on the sleeve. You got this nice little stripe. Of course, it is a little zip up. Super duper thick. The inside is super soft. There's some of the information. Again, I'm sure this stuff is available on Battle's website. Appreciate the guys sending this over for some swag for me to walk around in. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I mean, we unboxed a ton of really cool stuff. Battle is absolutely coming hard this year. Pause, but regardless, a lot of cool stuff. Huge shout out to them. Appreciate you guys. Boom. There you guys have it. There's everything new from Battle Sports in 2025. They have a lot of really cool gear. So if you guys want any of the stuff that you guys saw in the video, make sure to head on over to their website. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to like the video, comment what you guys want to see us do next, and make sure you guys subscribe for more videos just like this one. My name is Devin, and thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Footballrs.